Here we go, podcasting from Eisenhower Park in East Meadow, Long Island.
Garden City.
On the border, you are experiencing the Tom Kelly Show. I'm here with Steve Berger, my trusty partner and sidekick when he's unemployed. And yeah, that's the life of a freelancer, kids. Go get a civil servant job like a real Long Islander.
Become an electrician or a plumber. AI's not taking your job.
Yeah, I was going to say cop.
That's not a bad one.
Firefighter. Yeah, something with the city. You want a pension, kids.
We also have RoboCop, so the robots might take over those jobs.
Yeah, and we've also seen the war in Iran. We're seeing that there too. All right, so here's the deal. This is what we're going to call an evergreen show. We are generating content for two reasons. One, to test the microphones again, because I'm louder than everybody else on the show. And two, because Steve and I don't spend enough time together.
We don't.
All right, so I have a couple of topics here. And do you want to make, by the way, do you want to make fun of me from before? You were on a little rant.
Because you think you're smarter than the GPS.
Okay.
You got lost because you didn't trust the GPS.
Okay,
You're not smarter.
I got lost because I thought I knew where I was going. But I didn't.
You didn't.
But I didn't get lost. I made the wrong turn. There's a difference.
It's the same thing.
Okay. I have a couple of topics.
And your dirty sweatshirt.
And my dirty sneakers.
Oh, no,
you know what we need to do for a town video?
Maybe your coffee dried.
So I spilled coffee. We were going to do a casual day of shooting, and God bless Starbucks, Massapequa, you guys, getting a lot better now that the new team settled into the remodeled place. I do miss my original Starbucks team. I miss Diana. I miss Susan. I miss Irene. I miss Ethan, who used to go by the clown name of Bingo. He was a clown on weekends. Nice. And I used to go there so much that I knew these little details about all of them. Anyway, there's a new team there, not nearly as friendly. But that's probably because I've complained about them on TikTok.
And because there's no clowns.
Ethan was a clown. He would go by the clown name of Bingo on the weekends.
Nice.
Feel free to book him. See, that's the commercials we should be working in. Oh, commercial
Bingo,
to work in.
You want to pay us to do a video?
Bingo, but you know who we should work in? Auto Spa of Williston Park, Long Island. Listen, most of you who consume the Tom Kelly Show podcast, you're not going up to Williston Park, Long Island to get a oil change, but they don't know that. So leave them a good...
We have a lot of fans in Williston Park.
We
have
do
a lot
now.
of views on Williston Park video.
Oh, then you know what? Williston Park. Go to see our friends at Auto Spa. They actually are really nice guys. You met a couple of them?
Yes.
Yeah, they're really great guys. They're honest. They do a good job, and they've actually sponsored some of our videos. So if you can, go get your oil change there and make sure you tell them you heard about them on the Tom Kelly Show. Or if you're from out of the area, just give them a phone call and tell them you've heard about them on the Tom Kelly Show.
Or
if you
make a special trip.
Yeah,
or all the way to Williston Park. It's nice.
Or if you don't own a car, just go buy one. Get your oil changed at Auto Spa of Williston Park. There's our thing. So I'll give you a choice of 3 evergreen Long Island topics here. Either we could do walkable Long Island towns. We could do Long Island rich person crimes.
Okay, what's that one?
I find there are little things that entitled people, in fact, I'll even call it Long Island entitled people crimes or Long Island white people crimes.
Okay, I'm interested in what this is.
You know, now, because...
Like white collar crimes? What are you talking about here?
No, white, like things you do.
Like pulling out your PBA card to get out of a ticket?
White person crime. There you go. There's one. Parking the wrong way on the street. I feel that's a white privilege.
That's a victimless crime.
But why do we have laws, Steve? Why do we have the law if it doesn't matter? I'll tell you why it's a victimless crime, or am I the victim when I'm driving down the street wondering if I'm driving the wrong way on a one-way street? I'm the victim when you park the wrong way on the street. Okay, this is going to be one of those things. Not parking on the curb. I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
It seemed like a good note when I wrote it down at 3 in the morning. Oh, when you're like 20 feet away from the curb.
Okay, that's just, I don't know if so much crime, but just
but
an asshole driver.
Or bad parker.
I guess technically it's a crime. You can get a ticket for it.
Okay, next one. Handicap people or people with handicap stickers who park in parking lots that are incredibly empty, and then they still use the handicap spot anyway.
But it's the closest one. That's why they got a sticker.
Yeah, but why not take the one to the left of it? That way, if somebody more handicapped than you comes in.
Well, how do you know how handicapped they are?
I mean, you do
You're
just
watching
know.
them?
Okay, fine. Yes, actually, I am. I'm monitoring it. Because you know what annoys me at like 6 in the morning? Seeing somebody park in the empty parking lot, in the handicap spot. You know they're not handicapped. And they're like, it's 6 in the morning. Who cares? It's a victimless crime.
But
by the way, it's a victimless crime.
Okay.
Okay,
I think I got the hang of this. So basically, fake service dogs.
Oh, I hate fake service dogs.
Fake service dogs.
Oh my God, that's a big thing in California. It's becoming a big thing in the city.
Yeah.
Or just people bringing in their dogs and saying, hey, service dog's here. What the hell do I care? People bring in dogs in restaurants. And I'm going to tell you, like, look at you. You're looking at me like I'm a tight ass.
No, I get that.
Okay.
I can't.
So I was in a relationship for a bit. And I'll give you the side story. The woman I was seeing and I broke up. And one of her complaints about me was, Tom, you're tightly wound for a comedian.
I could see that.
You didn't have to agree so quickly, Steve. You didn't. My heart's broken. You didn't have to agree so quickly. So, but I'll tell you something. I see these dogs in restaurants where there's food, and people always say, Tom, why do you care? Why do you care? I went into Starbucks. I won't name the town or which one. But a guy brought his golden retriever. He's waiting for his.
But Starbucks is fine. It's not a restaurant. I bring my dog to the coffee shop all the time. They give him treats. They got little pup cups for him.
Fine. You control your dog. You control adorable Leela. This guy had the golden retriever, and you know the coffee stirrers? The dog just licked the fucking coffee stirrers. And I got to do a video. So listen, everyone calls me a tight ass for hating dogs in places, and this man's very nice. The dog is adorable, but the dog was just licking the coffee sticks. This is why dogs are illegal in restaurants. There's another dog here, but that's a more adorable dog far away from the coffee sticks. But when you call me a tight ass for hating dogs in restaurants, there was a dog licking the coffee mixers, the little wooden mixers in the Starbucks. And listen, and again, the man's nice. I don't want to shame them. Actually, I do want to shame the man. People, don't be a Karen. I don't know. Your dog was licking the sticks. There's a reason why dogs are illegal in restaurants in New York. And I want to make sure I add this. This doesn't apply to service dogs or therapy dogs, but it does apply to lazy New Yorkers who bring their animals. And the guy didn't notice. He was on the phone. God. And I just looked down and I'm like, dude, I don't want to be a crazy Karen, but your dog licked the coffee stirrers. And I actually started making a little video, but I don't want to ruin this guy's life but yeah, the dog licked the coffee stirrers and the guy didn't notice. So when you use a coffee stirrer from in front of the counter, that might have been licked by the golden retriever.
Okay.
This might not be a great, you know what I love?
No, that works.
Maybe it's,
okay. On a little side note though, a little segue. At the airport, there's a sign that says, no dogs except for seeing eye dogs. Who's that sign for? Could just say no dogs. The person with the seeing eye dog isn't reading the sign.
What I hate about your diffusing sense of humor is I now feel like I'm overdoing it with the podcast. By the way, I've been told on the podcast, part of why we're not a hit, I don't have strong enough opinions. And when I do, then it's why is Tom being a Karen? I'm not comfortable with being
dog licking the stirrers. That's
a dog was licking the stirrers.
Yeah.
Okay. Really loud horns on trucks and cars.
Okay. Is that a crime?
I feel like there's a volume.
A noise ordinance?
I feel like there's a noise ordinance, yes. Okay, fine.
Well, what about Harleys?
Oh, I hate those. And you know who I hate? I hate the guys who, when I'm driving on a highway or parkway and I go through the tunnel, they have the loud bike and then they rev 3 times just tunnel. To drive people like me crazy. Yeah. And listen, this might wind up as a clip on Instagram, but if you're one of those douchebags, congratulations. You are annoying somebody. And it happened on the Cross Bronx while I was driving to Long Island.
And the Harley guys go, it's loud because it's safer that way. because then people can hear you coming, which the argument doesn't hold water because why is it just Harleys? The Honda guys don't want to be safe?
The Honda guys are loud. The Hondas are loud too.
Yeah, but it's not like a Harley.
So my opposite,
not like the Harley people.
My inverse Long Island entitled person crime is electric cars that don't make any noise at all.
But they do. They make road noise. Like,
okay,
my Honda is pretty quiet and it's got a motor. Like,
okay, a quiet car is different. I can feel the vibrations in a motor as it's coming. I can feel it. I can sense it. These electric cars, these battery bikes, e-bikes, you know, like, oh, and I know this podcast is going nowhere and I'll probably never see the light of day. I have a feeling we're going to hit the delete button once I'm sure the audio is working. But, yeah. I don't know, man. I just can't deal with the quiet cars, and I can't deal with the quiet bikes. And there are people in Nassau County right now fighting to stop the ban on e-bikes in Nassau County.
I just found out recently that you can't ride an e-bike in Nassau County.
Yeah, and you know what? That law is keeping Nassau County civilized. The minute you let that law go, and it's already falling apart, you're going to see people riding bicycles on the LIE. How do I know? Because I've seen people riding these e-bikes on the West Side Highway in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
you know what they're
crazy.
saying? They're saying, hey, if that guy can park the wrong way on a one-way street, why can't I ride my e-bike? It's a victimless crime. That's a rallying cry, Steve. All right, I'm going to finish this list up because you don't seem into it at all. My last Long Island crime. Last Long Island crime that isn't a crime but is a crime. People who pull over in the middle of a side street, but don't pull over to talk to their friends. And then they just sit there and then they have to finish the conversation.
They're blocking the road.
And they're blocking the road. And I'm trying not to beep. It's my neighbor.
Or even the delivery guys that do that.
Oh, the delivery
like you can't
guys.
pull over, there's a spot right there.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, delivery guy. You got to triple park and you can't park in the 5 parking spots 3 feet away from where you have to make the delivery. Thank you, Amazon. Thank you. Thank you, FedEx. Thank you, UPS. Do you remember when you were heroes during the pandemic? Well, that's over for me, buddy, because somebody had to triple park. I'm over it. All right. Next one. The last one. And I saw this while driving to see you. There's a lot of people not using sidewalks anymore, and they're jogging on main roads. And I saw a man jogging on Franklin Avenue with a baby carriage. And he was going the wrong way on the other side of the street. And basically he's like, I got to exercise and slow down traffic on the 35-mile-an-hour road.
Yeah, that's weird.
But it's happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere. Because these fit people think they have abs and they're better than everybody.
Yeah, I guess depends on the sidewalk. If you're walking on the sidewalk, do you want somebody running with a cart?
And to be fair, can you really go running on the sidewalk? I don't know, but this guy
maybe just stay off the main street.
Stay on the side street.
Stay on the side street.
Stay on the
side.
side.
Why are you running on just Franklin Avenue?
Franklin Avenue. All right. This one might be better, but I don't know if I want to waste this now. How many minutes on the podcast? We should have done walkable town. I'm going to do walkable towns with somebody else because you're not in the mood for this. All right. All right. This is a dumb one. I don't know if you want to commit to this. This could take 20 minutes and be since this is the worst podcast episode ever, I think. Right? This isn't our best. We have no chemistry today.
Okay.
Do you feel it?
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I picked a bad topic.
Yeah, maybe.
I did. Fine. Since I picked a bad topic.
Let's pick a good one now.
Well, I think this isn't worst topic.
Oh, no.
But we could clip it better. All right. So I saw Jimmy Fallon, Ben Affleck, and Matt Damon do this for the Boston. Okay, I'm starting this one clean because I think this is the one we're going to turn into a clip. I saw Matt Damon, Jimmy Fallon, and Ben Affleck do this for Massachusetts, where they just listed every town in Massachusetts. Right now, Steve Berger and I are going to confidently name every town we can think of on Long Island. And if we miss your town, why?
Who's going to sit here and listen to 20 minutes of just us naming
I'm going to tell you
towns?
right now, people are going to watch this to see if we miss their town.
Oh,
and
boy.
they're going to they'll hit like if we get there. And they're going to watch the whole thing. And I'm going to tell you, Yaphank You're at the end because this is alphabetical.
But you got a list right there.
I have the list. So ready? I'll start. Albertson, Amagansett, Amity Harbor, Amityville, Abequan.
Well, you just named it from a list. Shouldn't you have to like try and think of names of towns?
Okay, Jimmy Fallon and Matt Damon had a teleprompter.
Okay.
Okay, I have a MacBook Pro. And now we have to start over. Thanks, Steve. Thanks. Let's try this again. Ready?
Can you make it a song like the Animaniacs or something?
Steve, this is going to be longer than 3 minutes. It's hard enough jamming in. I don't even have a count of how many towns we had here because I also added Long Island Railroad stops, some neighborhoods. Not all of these are incorporated, but I think I have the most comprehensive. I think I have the most comprehensive town list ever on Long Island. And I want to say the name of every town on Long Island with Steve if Steve stops interrupting me.
This is enthralling content.
I'm going to tell you, this will rate. People will watch this.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, ready? Because Long Islanders want to hear their name or they want to know they were missed and say something mean. So here we go. Albertson, Amagansett, Amity Harbor, Amityville, Abequan, Asharoken.
I never heard of it. What's Asharoken?
It's on the list. Atlantic Beach, Babylon, Baiting Hollow. I've heard of Master Baiting Hollow. Barnum Island, Bay Park, Baldwin Harbor, Baldwin, Bayshore, Bayport, Baysville, Bayville.
But Barnum Isle isn't even a town. Like, you're not putting that on your envelope.
Well, this.
When you're addressing to somebody in Barnum Isle, like, it's not a real place.
You know what? If I see it on News 12 and it's flooding, it's a town. Okay? Belterre, Belmore, Bellport, Bethpage, Blue Point, Bohemia, Brentwood, Bridgehampton, Brightwaters, Brookhaven, which people call Crookhaven, Brookville, Calverton, Carl Place, Cedarhurst, Center Moriches, Center Port, Center Reach, Center Islip,
Central. Good, at least say it right.
Which one?
Central Islip.
Central Islip, Cold Spring Harbor, Comac, Copeg, Coram, Cutchogue, Deer Park, Daring Harbor, which I've never heard of.
Daring Harbor?
I don't know. Go Google it later.
I don't know where that is.
East Farmingdale.
Can't you just say Farmingdale? Is East Farmingdale a
I think
different
East
town?
Farmingdale is its own thing. East Hampton, East Hills, East Islip, East Marion, East Meadow, East Moriches, East Northport, East Norwich, East Patchogue, East Quogue, East Rockaway, East Setauket, Eastport, Eaton Neck, Elmont, Elwood. You take the F's. I'm getting tired here.
My
Go.
God.
Go.
Farmingdale, Fire Island, Fisher Island, Floral Park, Flower Hill, Fort Salonga, Freeport, Garden City Park, Garden City South, Glen Cove, Glen Head, Glenwood Landing. I don't know where that is. Green Lawn, Greenport, Greenport West, Halsite? Halsite? What is that?
I don't know.
Is
It's
that
on
like a gem? I got a Halsite ring?
I've never heard of it either, but it made the jet. This is half ChatGPT and me dumping a lot of data in. Hampton Bays, Harbor Hills, Harbor Island, Hauppauge, Head of the Harbor, which is an actual town.
I've heard of that.
Okay, I
wouldn't want to say I live in Head of the Harbor.
I'm given Head of the
Although
Harbor.
I think it's a nice place.
Is it? Yeah, I think it's right by Stony Brook.
Could be.
Okay, we don't know. Hempstead.
Yes.
Okay, no, I like Hempstead. Hewitt Bay Park, Hewitt Harbor, Hewitt Neck, Hicksville, Holbrook, Holtzville, Huntington, Huntington Bay, Huntington Station, Inwood, Island Park, Islandia, Islip, Islip Terrace.
Jamesport, Jericho, Kings Park, Kings Point, Lafayette. Never heard of that.
Where's that?
Where's that? Lake Grove, Lake Ronkonkoma, Lake Success, Laddington. Laurel, Laddington's by Port Washington.
Is that a thing? See, I was about to say that was a fake town.
Yeah, that's how you get to Port Washington.
Okay.
Laddingtown Road.
Laddingtown Road. Okay, that's real.
Laurel, Lawrence, Levittown, Lido Beach, Lynbrook, Lloyd Harbor.
Lindenhurst. You missed Lindenhurst.
I said Lindenhurst.
Did you say Lindenhurst? Okay, keep going. Yep.
Lloyd
Harbor.
Harbor, Locust Valley, Long Beach, Malvern, Manhasset Hills, Manor Haven, Massapequa Park.
No, you got to say
Abbeville, Copeg,
Lindenhurst, and Babylon. Okay. By the way, when I said Island Park, I wanted to say and Far Rockaway. All right, here we go. So we're at Manor Haven, Massapequa Park, Mastic Beach, Mattatuck, Medford, Melville, Merrick, Miller Place.
This is the most exciting podcast ever.
I'm enjoying myself though, thoroughly. And you know what? If you clip it with little pictures of the towns, this goes viral. Or maybe not. Here we go. Miller Place, Mill Neck, Mineola, Montauk, Moriches, Mount Sinai, Wisconsin, Newcastle, New Hyde Park, North Amityville, North Babylon, North Bayshore, North Belmore, North Hempstead, North Hills, North Lindenhurst, North Massapequa, North Merrick, North Patchogue. By the way, I don't think any north town on Long Island is a nice town. Prove me wrong.
I think you got a point.
Yeah. Northport, Northville. Is there a Northville? Where the hell is Northville?
I've never heard of Northville.
Oak Beach, Oakdale, Ocean Beach, Oceanside. Here we go. We're up to the olds.
Old Field? What the hell's Old Field?
Old Bethpage, Old Brookville, Old Field, that's on the list. Old
That's
Westbury,
not
Orient, Orient Point. I actually know those are two different things. Oyster Bay Cove, Patchogue, Peconic, Plain Edge. By the way, people are just walking past us getting ready to take prom pictures while I'm just yelling out the names of towns. I kind of like
and
that.
they're probably just as interested in this list as the people listening to this podcast.
Okay. Peconic, Plain Edge, Plainview, Port Jefferson Station, Port Washington, Quogue. This has to be fake. Remsenburg?
There's no way that's a town.
I've never heard of Remsenburg. Riverhead, Rockville Center, Rocky Point, Roosevelt, Ronkonkoma, Roslyn Estates, Roslyn Harbor. Who knew there were so many Roslyns?
Wait, go back to Ronkonkoma. I loved movie phone. They'd call it Ronkonkoma.
And you know, it's funny, my friend Chris Roach wrote a song, Ronkonkomo.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Sag Harbor, Sagaponack, St. James, Sands Point, Sayville, Seacliff, Seaford, Selden, Setauket, Shelter Island, Shelter Island Heights,
finally.
Shirley, Shoreham, Smithtown, Sound Beach, South Farmingdale. Oh, we're up to the South. By the way, add the word South if you want to make your town sound fancier. I think that's a Long Island thing. The North, actually, this could be the clip. The Norths are rough on Long Island. The Souths are fancy. Going with South Farmingdale, Southampton. By the way, South Farmingdale is fancier because it's closer to Massapequa. Southampton, South Huntington, South Jamesport, South Lindenhurst, Southampton.
I don't think you could get Lindenhurst to be nice, so even by putting South in front of it.
And I'll argue South Lindenhurst
Is
floods.
there a South Levittown?
You're gonna get me canceled with your Levittown jokes. You know what?
What would North Levittown be like if there was one?
It would be Hicksville. It would be Hicksville, which I'm sure somebody's saying something racist in the comments right now. South Hold, Spionk, St. James, Stony Brook, Syosset, Terryville, The Branch.
That sounds like a Long Island Railroad stop.
Terryville?
No,
So,
The Branch.
you know
That's
what's
a
funny?
town?
I did ask ChatGPT to include all Long Island
But
Railroad
in this
stops.
one, because you don't have Country Line Press.
Okay, I tried taking out certain. Anyway, Town of Babylon, Town of Brookhaven, Town of East. See, I don't know if this.
These are townships. Like Town of Hempstead includes Town of
Okay,
Oyster Bay.
this is on the list. Town of
but
Babylon.
You've already included all those towns.
Yeah.
It's a township. It's a bunch of towns combined.
Town of Babylon, Town of Brookhaven, Town of East Hampton, Town of Hempstead, Town of Huntington, Town of Islip, Town of North Hempstead, Town of Oyster Bay, Town of Riverhead, Town of Shelter Island, Town of Smithtown. I don't think anybody's ever said Town of Shelter Island before. Uniondale, Upper Brookville.
There we go.
Upper
It's
Brookville. My friend Sean Brown has a joke. He lives in Upper Uniondale. Okay. Valley Stream, Village of the Branch.
See, now you got the Branch and Village of the Branch. Are those two separate places?
I wonder if someone just faked a town and
Yeah, something doesn't make sense.
Wading River, Wantagh, West Babylon, West Bayshore, West Hampton, West Hempstead, West Hills, West Islip, West Sayville, West Berry, West Hampton Beach, Wheatley Heights. Bringing it home, Williston Park, Wyandanch, Yaphank. You're welcome, Long Island.
And who's still listening to this?
Because you know what? I know for sure someone's going to say you missed something, and then we're going to get a bunch of you never should have hats. And I'm going to challenge you. See, this is the challenge. We did today's podcast really to make clips. I don't think that's happening.
Not with that clip.
Are you kidding me? I'm going to make you a challenge. I'm going to leave. You and I are
going
going
to watch a 10-minute TikTok of all the town names.
I disagree. I think I'm going to challenge you. If we did us talking, and you got to really condense it, and you put a picture of each town underneath, people will watch. You know what? That was the look of a man who said, and I'm not editing it.
Exactly. I'm not finding town pictures for 107 towns.
I think that's what's going to make it go viral. It really is. It really. I think I don't. Now this is gonna be one of those things that I edit out of spite.
You're gonna spend 10 hours putting town pictures.
I think I am.
Yeah, find a picture of the branch.
By the way, the branch does sound like a good. Now I don't think I have the. What are we at on? I don't even want to know what we're at on time. By the way, this is also the same podcast where people were getting their information on the Massapequa School Board elections. So the branch, Long Island. There is a village of the branch.
Yeah, but we don't have a town of the branch.
A village of the branch, Long Island, is real. We're in Nassau right now. We're in Eisenhower Park. Village of the branch.
Zoom out on the map.
It's near Smithtown.
Yeah.
Go Google your Smithtown friend. The guy, there it is, right off of 25. Village of the branch.
Never met anyone that lived at the branch.
That sounds haunted, doesn't it? All right, folks, listen. If you made it this far,
if you get a prize, you get a lollipop.
All right, you know who we're doing this for right now?
Send the text to Tom, and he'll send you $10 if you made it this far.
Jack Squicciarini. If you made it this far, send me a text that says Village of the Branch. Jack Squicciarini. Since we're this far in, Jack Squicciarini is switching from ChatGPT to Claude, and he had Claude do. I think I can pull it up quick. He had Claude do 3 pages of notes as if it were the show producer, and it says, lean into more Long Island. And you can't lean into Long Island more than by saying we're the only podcast talking about Village of the Branch.
Be positive on that. I can guarantee you that.
I'll tell you this. This may not have been our best show, but I enjoyed it.
No, that wasn't the best show you've ever done.
I'll tell you, what you're missing today on today's show, Steve, is the yes and
the dry wit.
What today's show is missing.
Yes, and name another town, please, Tom. Yes, and can we do Jersey next?
We're just going to name stops on the Jersey Turnpike. Exit 1, exit 2, exit 3. We're just, you know what? Oh, God, wait a second. Could I do this? Could I just start naming? Today on the show, we're just going to be naming exits off the Southern State Parkway. Cross Island / Belt Parkway split. Valley Stream, 15A. Valley Stream State Park, 15. Can we do this? I can't do it.
Franklin Square. No, next one goes to Franklin Square, but it's not Franklin Square. Malvern? I don't know what
Malvern,
the stop is.
Malvern.
Is it Malvern? No, next one is Malvern after that. It might be another Valley Stream.
I'm almost wondering, though, just 2 guys shooting the breeze. And you know what? I'm going to make this work. I'm going to cut out all of the white guy crimes and just make this 20 minutes on naming towns. Wait, stay here for a second. Stay here. Oh, Jesus. Got nervous. Oh, God. Got nervous there. Wait, hang on. And, we're at 28 minutes. I think
we have 30 seconds of content.
All right. This is a show of some sort. I'm going to put it on.
This is Tom Kelly's comedy hosting reel.
You know what's scary? The problem with putting up so much content is someone's going to put in Tom Kelly comedy, and this is going to come up, and I'm going to wonder why I didn't get the gig. In the old days of the internet, that's what you did. You only put
mean you're not going to go to Governors and just list towns? It'd be like a Andy Kaufman bit. Just stand there naming towns till people walk out.
Okay, so that's funny you say that. I would love to do that once. Just once. I would love to see if the owner would let me do that and commit to an Andy Kaufman just naming
towns. He's not going to
towns.
let you do it. You just have to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
and then you might never come back again.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to do that like they do charity shows on Sundays and Thursdays. So they're getting the tickets for free.
Or just find an open mic night. Just go up there, list towns.
No, but I think it's funnier as an Andy Kaufman thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the most famous guy on Long Island, Tom Kelly. What, Phil? From Phil's Pizza? No, Tom Kelly. And I just start going. I'm against it. Now I want to read the list again. Now I want to read the list. How great would that be if we just read the list twice? Like, how could this get worse? I feel like somebody's still stuck. I feel like there's somebody who can't figure out how to hit next podcast.
Or they're like working out and it just auto-played, and now they're working out with a bunch of town names being read.
I mean, like, there's a few friends who listen to the podcast. I mean, what I just like is just...
Marianne's definitely still with us.
Marianne, God bless her. Marianne, Stell Magic, if you're out there. Or Anne Mary, or Judy in Reno. Who else? Ryan. Ryan up there in Haverford. What I just love is there's people
now
walking
read
around
it backwards.
Now we're going to read every Long Island town backwards. Yaphank, Wyandanch, Williston Park.
I like how you say Wyandanch.
Wyandanch. It's like each syllable is its own word.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
It's Wyandanch.
Wyandanch. I don't know if this, by the way, I don't know if this is appropriate, but I think is this appropriate for Veterans Memorial Park as I'm watching like...
With the 9/11 memorial right behind us.
See, now I've just yelled at a guy for making 9/11 jokes. Oh my God, end of the podcast. All right, here we go, a big ending. I may or may not air this as its own show, but I did a podcast I did a show at the West Side Comedy Club, a club I work at in the city, where it was me and a matchmaker from New York City, a 20-year-old matchmaker, 25-year-old matchmaker. And we were trying to set up a 25-year-old comedian in almost a dating game style date. God bless the gimmick we came up with. He's a nice guy, the comedian. He's a nice guy. Where we interview him, why are you single? What are you looking for in a girl? All right, go do 10 minutes of your act. And he led with 9/11 jokes.
Wow.
And not the good ones.
Are there good ones?
There has to be. Like, I don't want to, listen, I don't like them. But I'm not a restrict free speech guy. I'm a big believer in a comedian can tell any joke they want. Like, I know a girl who has a joke about being the 9/11 museum tour guide is the most depressing job on earth. And It's a good bit. Carmen Legao, it's a good bit. But overall, yeah, I haven't. But anyway, this guy then does 9/11 bits, and now we have to spend the next 30 minutes trying to get him laid. And the crowd all kind of like hated him just a bit. Like, wow, let's see which hot chick we could hook up with the guy who tells 9/11 jokes. There you go. Look at those kids when they have hope. All right, I feel like we could do another podcast maybe. Probably never will again. But good night.
You just killed podcasting with your list of Long Island towns. There's no more podcasts ever.
Your disdain for this makes me want to do it more. Good night, Eisenhower Park. Oh my God. You know what? They're Albertson, Amagansett, Amity Harbor, Amityville, Abaquock, Asharokin, Atlantic Beach, Babylon, Baiting Hollow. I've heard of Master Baiting Hollow. Barnum Island.
But Barnum Isle isn't even a town.
If I see it on News 12 and it's flooding, it's a town. Bay Park, Baldwin Harbor, Baldwin, Bayshore, Bayport, Bayville, Belterre, Belmore, Bellport, Bethpage, Blue Point, Bohemia, Brentwood, Bridgehampton, Brightwaters, Brookhaven, Brookville, Calverton, Carl Place, Cedarhurst, Center Moriches, Centerport, Center Reach,
Central Islip,
Cold Spring Harbor, Comac, Copeg, Coram, Cutchaw, Deer Park, Daring Harbor.
Daring Harbor?
I don't know. Go Google it later.
I don't know where that is.
East Farmingdale, East Hampton, East Hills, East Islip, East Marion, East Meadow, East Moriches, East Northport, East Norwich, East Patchogue, East Quogue, East Rockaway, East Setauket, Eastport, East Williston, Eaton Neck, Elmont, Elwood.
Farmingdale, Fire Island, Floral Park, Flower Hill, Fort Salonga, Freeport, Garden City Park, Garden City South, Glen Cove, Glen Head, Glenwood Landing, I don't know where that is, Green Lawn, Greenport, Greenport West, Halsite? What is that?
Franklin Square, Hampton Bay, Harbor Hill, Harbor Island, Hauppauge, Head of the Harbor, which is an actual town. Hempstead, Hewitt, Hewitt Bay Park, Hewitt Harbor, Hewitt Neck, Hicksville, Holbrook, Holtzville, Huntington, Huntington Bay, Huntington Station, Inwood, Island Park, Islandia, Islip, Islip Terrace,
Jamesport, Jericho, Kings Park, Kings Point, Lake Grove, Lake Ronkonkoma, Lake Success,
Laurel,
Lawrence, Levittown, Lido Beach, Limbrook, Lloyd Harbor,
Lindenhurst, you missed Lindenhurst.
Locust Valley, Long Beach, Malvern, Manhasset Hills, Manor Haven, Massapequa Park,
No, you gotta say
Abbeville, Copiague,
Lindenhurst and Babylon. Mastic Beach, Mattatuck, Medford, Melville, Merrick, Miller Place, Mill Neck, Mineola, Montauk, Moriches, Mount Sinai, Wisconsin, Newcastle, New Hyde Park, North Amityville, North Babylon, North Bayshore, North Belmore, North Hempstead, North Hills, North Lindenhurst, North Massapequa, North Merrick, North Patchogue. By the way, I don't think any north town on Long Island is a nice town. Northport, Northville, Oak Beach, Oakdale, Ocean Beach, Oceanside. We're up to the olds.
Oldfield? What the hell's Oldfield?
Old Bethpage, Old Brookville, Old Westbury, Orient, Orient Point. I actually know those are two different things. Oyster Bay Cove, Patchogue, Peconic, Plain Edge, Plainview, Port Jefferson Station, Port Washington, Quogue, Remsenburg.
There's no way that's a town.
Riverhead, Rockville Center, Rocky Point, Roosevelt, Ronkonkoma, Roslyn Estate, Roslyn Harbor. Who knew there were so many Roslyn? Sag Harbor, Sagaponack, St. James, Sands Point, Sayville, Seacliff, Seaford, Selden, Setauket, Shelter Island, Shelter Island Heights, Shirley, Shoreham, Smithtown, Soundby, South Farmingdale, over up to the south. By the way, add the word south if you want to make your town sound fancy. Southampton, South Huntington, South Jamesport, South Lindenhurst, South Holt, Spion, Stonybrook, Syosset, Terryville, The Branch,
That sounds like a Long Island Railroad stop.
Uniondale, Upper Brookville, Valley Streams, Wading River, Wantagh, West Babylon, West Bayshore, West Hampton, West Hempstead, West Hill, West Islip, West Sayville, West Berry, West Hampton Beach, Wheatley Heights. Bringing it home, Williston Park, Wyandanch, Yaphank. You're welcome, Long Island.